Most companies treat apprenticeships like a vacancy to fill, a box to tick. They hand it over to the college, they overwhelm the apprentice, and then things don't work out. Then they conclude that it's just apprenticeships that aren't for them, and this is often where things start to go wrong. In this video, we're going to look at the differences between hiring an apprentice and implementing an apprenticeship program, what that looks like, how it works day to day, how to get started, and the value that that can really bring to your business. One of the things that we see employers maybe fall prey to is that they use apprenticeships in quite a narrow way within their business, often just filling technical roles through a very obvious apprenticeship program. But actually there's so much more that can be used and so many more benefits the business can get from thinking a bit wider when it comes to apprenticeships. Think broadly. Also think about the different levels that are available. You can use apprenticeships to upskill right the way up to a level 6, which is just below degree level. Apprenticeships are a brilliant way to attract talent, but then also develop and really mould people to the business leaders that you want them to be. The employers that are really winning when it comes to apprenticeships are those that have got an apprenticeship program in place. But what does that mean and what does it look like? Well, firstly, they offer a broad range of different apprenticeship programs, different levels, different disciplines, different skills being learned, and different sectors and areas of their business. Rather than just hiring one, they actually step back and think about what our business goals are over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Where do we want our skill levels to be? Where do we want our staffing levels to be? And how can we actually work back from that and use apprenticeships as a way to achieve those goals? An apprenticeship program is made up of key pillars, and those are the apprentice, of course, the employer, the training provider or providers that are best suited for the requirements, and at the middle of that, you've got Apprenticeship Central, who facilitate everything and make sure that everything happens. With our apprenticeship programs, you're really getting money can't buy experiences. Things like value add days to support external knowledge. It also ensures that they become productive quicker, that they're learning new skills that will benefit your business longer term. And they're talking about the apprenticeship program to their peers, their friends, their family in a really positive way. Employers also benefit from our recruit service. So before things are even kicking off, you can be confident that you've got the absolute best candidates that are ready to enroll in your business and as part of your program. We also then continue to support you throughout the duration through our retain service, where we act as an extra layer of support to deal with issues early, to prevent dropouts, and safeguarding support that ensures that your apprenticeship program is delivering above and beyond your competitors. So how do you go from a fragmented, potentially quite messy apprenticeship approach to a really streamlined, cohesive program that can scale and grow with your business? Well, firstly, it's about really understanding business requirements. So thinking about things that you may have in place currently, but also about where you want to be, what your business goals are, what your pipeline of talent looks like, and the areas of the business that you can really bolster with new skills and development. Within this, we map out the different disciplines that are available to you, as well as the best suited training providers. You may have a brilliant training provider that you've used for years that worked really well for what your business needed at that time, but things change. There are new delivery methods. Apprenticeships can be done on site now. Apprenticeships can be done on block release. By having some support, having it all wrapped up under one package, it means that your business is actually getting what it needs from its apprenticeship program. And different candidates can come to you and think, yeah, that's something I want to be a part of. This allows everyone to really define the governance. Who's responsible for what? Who in your team is going to be involved in mentoring? How progress is going to be tracked? It provides visibility and real structure and clarity on how this program is going to be set up to succeed. When first taking on apprentices, it is a bit of a minefield. There are so many different options out there that often we see employers just either not start or stick to what they've always done. But that's not often the best way to move forward. With an apprenticeship program that we deliver, we create almost an off-the-shelf product that managers, hiring managers, sites can really buy into. You're buying something that's already streamlined, that's already processed, that's already set up. So a lot of the time and energy and those hurdles that make it really difficult to start are completely removed. We make it easy, we make it manageable, and we make it really straightforward to say, yeah, you know what, I want to be a part of that. As part of that, communication is key. There are always lots of questions, and the majority of them we will have answered before. So we make it really, really clear on everything that's about to happen and at what stage of the process things should really start to kick in. So for you, your stakeholders, there are clear communication channels so that everybody has a bird's eye view of what's happening operationally. The beauty of these programs is then really what it allows you to do as a brand. So you're building a class of 2025. You've got something to go out there and to advocate, something to be proud of, something to shout to your communities and your industry about. Once you've understood your business needs, we can then put together the full recruitment campaigns for your program. Once we've got that pool of candidates, we then put them through a multi-step pre-employment program. What this does is it eliminates candidates firstly might not be suitable for the role, but it really helps us identify those that we think are going to add value and want to be part of the program. It covers a number of different things, from industry quizzes to health and safety to writing a bit of a report as to why they want to join your business. And with this, we're not checking things like spelling or grammar, but instead it's understanding what's driving them, what their commitment to the role is, and why we think they'd be a good candidate. Nowadays, CVs are almost becoming redundant. With AI, they're very difficult to tell much about an actual person, their skills, their experiences, and their personalities. So all of the candidates that we present to employers have had the pre-employment program, but also then a telephone interview. And during this, we talk to them about what the apprenticeship program actually is, so that they really understand it before coming to meet you. We then go on to arrange interviews, recommend site trials, and coordinate all of the feedback until you're happy and you've chosen the perfect candidates for the program. Our support doesn't just stop there. Rather than just recruiting your apprentices and leaving you to manage the rest, we stay with you throughout the journey, delivering the industry insight days, the support workshops, but also by becoming a dedicated retained manager for every single apprentice that you onboard. With this, they get a trusted point of contact that sits between that tri-party agreement of the apprentice, the training provider, and you as the employer. This allows us to develop that relationship and identify any issues early, to deliver the right levels of tailored support to the apprentices, and to ensure that every single person in that agreement is able to focus on their key business functions, delivering great training, running a thriving business, and actually just succeeding in their apprenticeship. Yes, it's a lot, but that's exactly what Apprenticeship Central do. We do all of the legwork so that you get all of the benefit and your brand can stand proud of what it's doing in your local communities. If you want to know more about how we support customers with programs, get in touch through our website.